Boruto, episode 81, Boruto's Dream. Hopefully that's the name of this episode, because admittedly, I do not freaking remember, and I don't have internet to check right now, so I was just like, I think that's the name. I think I've seen it a few times, so hopefully that's right. Apologies if it's not. This episode being, I guess technically last week's episode, I thought it was pretty interesting. The one before this one, I mentioned in my last review, it was kind of just Mitsuki and the other dude talking for like the whole episode. And this one I felt was a bit more entertaining. It's Boruto going through his own kind of nightmares and stuff, and then they introduce like the cute Akuta sort of thing attaching itself to Inojin, and it growing up, like it attacks the birds and stuff, and Inojin has to kind of teach it to not attack like the rabbit and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, you know, it's a cute little thing, it's interesting. They're gonna get super dramatic because it's gonna die. I think we all know that. It's not gonna live. So I was like, all right, they kind of have this little thing going with that, and they're kind of teaching it. It's like, all right, it's also evidence that we need for the village, and we also have to make the decision right now. Do we go forward or do we go back to the village? Like, what are we going to do right now? And then, you know, that's kind of like where they have to decide what the next step is or what the best step is as far as getting to Mitsuki or getting info to the village. So I thought that was a cool idea where they kind of have to decide, you know, what's right and what's wrong. And then, of course, you know, Boruto's going through his own internal struggles where, Garaga ends up finding him kind of within his own dream, which I thought was super weird because it didn't seem to connect to the eye thing, and it might, you know, maybe they'll explain that that's what it was because they obviously have that connection. So I don't know if, as far as the eye power goes, if you have that mental connection once, you can kind of tap into it automatically or something weird like that, because it's just a new thing that just came up with the giant snake. You know, Boruto just was like, boom, you know, I can see your memories and weird stuff like that. And that was a brand new thing that hadn't happened before with the eye power. So it's just like a whole new thing. And then it's just like, what are the rules here? So I don't really know. But either way, Boruto is like unconscious and he's having these crazy dreams where he thinks Mitsuki is back, but he still feels this pain. And then Garaga ends up finding him and it's like, hey, you know, like he doesn't fully say what's happening, but it's like, he's basically saying like, you're wrong, like you failed and now I get to eat you and stuff. So, you know, they're going through the process there, and then they have this stuff with the Tsuchikage, which I mentioned in my last review. I think, I couldn't remember because it's been, you know, a couple of weeks since I watched the episodes, but it either happened in this one or the last one, but they do have the revelation that the Tsuchikage knows who the person is, and they do the big, you know, classic reveal, like, oh my goodness, and then we never find out who the heck it is. But if I remember right, they show their face either at the end of the episode or it was like in the promo for the most recent one, and I was like, I don't recognize that person like at all. So I don't know who it is. Like, obviously that's an important element to this story. It's like, it's someone that's important to the village, but it's just like, well, who is this character that at least I don't remember seeing? Like, I even remember some of the side characters, like the one, like the chubbier dude, it was in the promo for the next episode. And I was like, oh, there he is. Cause he's not like her official bodyguard. If I'm not mistaken, he's not like really with her like Shikamaru is with Naruto and stuff. So I was like, all right, you know, there he is in the promo. And then whoever this character is like taking out all the members and stuff like that as they're walking down this alleyway, takes everybody down super quick. And it's just like, oh, well, this is a powerful character, but it's also someone that the Tsuchikage knows. And something else during that fight scene I realized officially, I was like, she does kicks a lot, which I thought was interesting. Like, I noticed it before, but it's like, yeah, she likes to kick. Like, she's like a kicking character. Like, she does punches at the end when she combines it with her jutsu, but she mostly goes in for like kicks and swift kicks and stuff like that. And I just, for some reason, I just always think that's cool because, you know, everybody punches, nobody kicks. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cool just to officially see that, where I was like, oh, I'm noticing the pattern officially now. But looking forward to the full-on revelation as to who this character is. And of course the kids, once Boruto does wake up, he's like, all right, well, we came this far, we're going to go forward and we're going to find Mitsuki. So we'll enter the land of fire or land of earth. And we'll get Onoki to help us out. And then of course they do the flashback like, hey, if you're ever in the village, come find me. He's also close to dying. So I don't know if they're going to do that. If it's, you know, I haven't seen the most recent episode, but I don't know if he's going to die when he helps them, or, you know, maybe in the next couple, he's going to help them out. And that's going to be officially like the end of that character. But they're going to go and try to find him. Maybe he'll wake up. I think he was talking in the promo. He was talking to someone. I think they just showed him. But it seemed like he was up in the promo, if I remember correctly. But I don't know. They might be leading towards the end of an older character. And it's not like he was the most important or anything like that. But it's like, oh man, that's interesting. You know, he's already super duper old now. He was already old before. Now he's like mega old. So they might be killing him off in the next couple episodes, you know, when he helps the kids out. So I am looking forward to what's going to end up happening. I want the revelation. I want to see what happens. I want to, of course, the answers to why they need Mitsuki. That's been like the main thing for the whole arc. He left for his own reasons, but he knows what they're doing somewhat. Otherwise, like both sides have not been answers. Like, why do they need him, and why does he think he needs them? Like, what answers does he think he'll gain? So neither side has truly been explained. My main theory is just they need him to become human in some form at least, and he needs them to figure something out about himself. But I don't know if it's how human he is and stuff like that. And I guess it's mostly the element of what's me and what's created. But they haven't gotten so specific with it. It just seems super generic. So still have to wait for those answers, and naturally we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But I like this episode. I'm definitely looking forward to catching up and seeing the next episode and hopefully getting that review to you guys on time. Highly unlikely, but still, that's the hope. Definitely want to know what you guys thought about this episode, of course. So please put your comments down in the comment section below. Let me know your favorite parts about it, at least favorite parts about it. And of course, I would love to know your theories on who in the world this guy is that the Tsuchikage knows. Like, what was the big deal? I don't think, not from what I can recall about her character, I don't think she has like a long lost brother who should have been dead or anything like that. I could be totally wrong. That could be a brand new element as well. It could just be a new family member that we hadn't seen from her family that she thought, they were all dead. So who knows? That's almost a big thing with her character, is that all the important characters around her also happen to be family. Because if I remember right, the bigger guy is like her cousin, and then of course the former Tsuchikage is like her grandfather. So that would actually be a cool element, because it kind of fits with her character, where pretty much the people that talk from that village are all all related to each other, or at least the people who talk who are actually important all happen to be related in some way, if I'm remembering correctly. But I'd love to know your predictions on that, and of course, want to know what you guys thought about this episode in general. So please put your comments down in the comment section below, and of course, thanks for watching.